think my microphone wasn't on. So I'll start back again. Sorry. So I was saying before, we're in a situation now. Let me see where I got. Okay. So we're in a situation now. And what I was saying before the mic went out was that what I'm doing on this platform isn't for everyone. It's only for a few who are sort of on the cusp. They sort of know in their gut that something's going on, something isn't right, but they don't know what it is. Okay. Uh, what I'm trying to do on this platform is to share with those people who are right on the cusp, who are or who know that hey, something isn't right. I'm trying to help them get over to the other side to really see what is going on. Okay. Um, and what's going on is a little bit scary. It's something that when it occurs, the world, everyone will know, whoa, what the world used to be, that isn't what it is anymore. uh, and unfortunately, in the world that's to come, the sacrifice on the altar is freedom, especially freedom of thought and freedom of communication. Um, that is going to be taken away from everyone, all of us. It started a while back. I was saying before when my mic wasn't on. It started in the media space. I'd say about around 2010, 2011. All of the major media outlets started to fire all of their best journalists, all of their best investigative reporters, anyone who could get to the bottom of something and write about it in a way where the masses could understand. Those people were fired, right? And they were sent basically into the political gulags in the United States. Um, and that was the beginning of the systems that we live under taking control of our free speech, taking control of our freedom to think and to communicate our thoughts freely. And so we've gotten now to this place, and this is why I designed the off ramp. Once again, my name is Thomas Jason Anderson. I'm the host. Um, I made this I made this platform not to become popular or to become wealthy. I did it out of conscience because it's hard for me to sit here and watch as all of our freedoms are taken away from us. All of our ability to know the truth and to access the truth and to communicate the truth is being eliminated, and it's being done systematically, right? So yes, this what I'm doing on this platform is not for everyone. For those of you who enjoy the way things are going, for those of you who do not mind uh, being dumbed down and being told what to think, you don't belong here. Okay. For those of you who are inquisitive, for those of you who feel like, whoa, there's something going on. What is it? I'm your guy because I've been on the inside. I've been within the belly of the beast in Washington, D.C., the zoo that is Washington, D.C. I've been in that belly of the beast for a very long time. And when I was in there, I saw some really scary things, horrible things, all right, abuses of power. Um, I saw from the inside how the system was eliminating all of our freedom to speak freely and to know the truth. And it's not in the way that most people think. This isn't a system of, you know, compliance where the truth is deleted and anyone who speaks it goes to jail. It's not like that. This system is a system that crowds the truth out. That when the truth comes up, 10 other things pop up next to it that look like the truth but aren't the truth. Okay? You can see that in the political opposition movements throughout the world. Almost every single political opposition is a controlled opposition, flat out, right? And so We all find ourselves, whether you like it or not, we all find ourselves in a situation where we are being forced to take part in kabuki theater. We're being forced to take part in a reality that isn't even close to what's really happening within the system, within these different agencies, within these corporations. We're being forced. We're being forced fed a story, a fiction. Now, it's not a far-fetched fiction. It's just close enough to the truth that it takes you off into a place that is a bad place. It's a place where you lose your freedom ultimately, totally. And in our case in the West, it's losing your freedom and never even realizing it. It's you walking around thinking that you have the original thoughts in your mind when you don't. Those thoughts have been implanted in your head. Yeah. And so our leadership in the West, if you want to know what's happening overall, right? What's happening is nations in the West are coming together to form an interlocking system of shared resources. This is why you see the fight over the Panama Canal. This is why you see um, all of what's happening in South America and the Caribbean. Hi, Bantu King. Thanks for joining. Um, this is why you hear President Trump saying, "Oh, we're going to go take Greenland," right? What's happening is the Western civilization is putting up its walls as far as resources go, and then the same thing is happening in Asia and in Africa, right? And so Europe's sort of caught in between, and Russia is dead set on consuming Ukraine because Ukraine is so resource rich, right? And so be, you have to ask yourself, for those of you who are wondering, well, why is there such a concerted, organized effort to control resources, right? The reason why is because, and people will not tell you this, they'll say it, but it's hard to find, okay? And the people who really push forward on it hard are viewed as kind of crazy, right? But the reality is we've broken the planet, unfortunately. We've lost the balance that's needed for all of us to be able to live off of the earth. We lost the balance. And the powers of this world don't know how to get the balance back. They don't. And they know they can't fix it. And so what's happening now is the powers that be are putting on theater, making it seem like, oh, there's this war over here, there's this fight over there. This political party is battling that political party, and they're getting the masses caught up in that. While in reality, what they're setting up is a massive technological control system to ensure that resources, whatever resources are available, are 100% controlled by those in power, and there will be an exchange for all of us. If we don't have access to those resources, we have to get them from those in power, then we will have to bow down to their rules in order to receive the resources that have been secured. Okay? That's what we're headed to. And so people like myself, and I'm not the only one, there are many people out here who know this and who are deeply aware of it and understand specifically how this is happening. Okay? We have been systematically pushed out. As I said earlier, if you look in the media space, all of the major media companies have fired their best investigative journalists. They were fired a long time ago, and they replaced them with bloggers who don't know anything. And now those bloggers are being replaced by AI, which isn't even human. Okay? That's what we're seeing. And so why is that? Because anyone who has access to the truth or who has seen what's really happening, they will shut you down because they do not want the masses to wake up and realize, hey, the door is closing on your lives, on your freedom, on your ability to know the truth and to share it. It's closing fast. All right. That's what we're headed towards. And so when it comes to me in this platform, like I said before, I'm not doing this for fame or for money. I'm doing it to let the truth out of what I know, just for my own conscience. And trust me when I tell you, it's not easy doing this, because the way the system is designed for people like myself, as if I continue to speak and I continue to share this knowledge with the masses, I will continue to be ridiculed, beat down, have opportunities taken from me, until I won't be able to share with the masses anymore. Okay. And so that's why I had to step away from the platform recently, because since I fund it myself, I do my own research, I do my own work, I have to make money too. So I'm out here, having to really work hard. And because of the stances I take, because I am going against the system here and all of the systems abroad, because I'm trying to help the few out there, those of you who hear me, I'm trying to help you get prepared for what's coming. I can't stop what's coming, it's unstoppable, but I can help a few get prepared for it. But as I do that, when I go out to do my outside work, it becomes harder and harder. I get paid less and less. I get treated worse and worse, because this is serious. And the systems we have in place aren't playing games. And the reason why is because we've broken the planet. The resources are dwindling. This is not an infinite thing now, where we're going to infinitely have fish in the ocean and infinitely have trees to cut down to make paper and furniture. No, we've broken the planet. We've broken the balance, and we're not going to get it back. And so the systems that are in place, in order to keep from, in order from, for us to not fall into chaos, right? They have to put on a good show to make it seem like everything's fine when it's not, right? And they have to do it long enough until they can get in place everything they need, the right governments in place in different countries, and specifically the right technology in place, the right satellites in orbit, the right data centers, access to water. They have to get all of this down to perfection, because when we start seeing more man-made crisis coming up, maybe we might see an alien invasion coming up here. Who knows? But COVID was one of these things. Okay, we're going to see more things like COVID, and as they pop up, the systems in place have to have technological control over the population, so that they can get the benefit of the crisis without creating mayhem that overturns the powers that be, the system itself. Okay. So all of this, so we are going to go through a period here of perpetrated man-made crisis. Okay. Different events, but they will be controlled, and they will be done in a way so that our systems can grab onto more power, right? And close the door permanently on our abilities as human beings to access the truth and to share it amongst each other. That's where we're going. That's where we're headed. And so that's why elections in Guyana have been rigged, for example, because that government has to be there to be a dictatorship, because Guyana is important to the Western hemisphere, to the Western system of things. Guyana is going to be a breadbasket of food for this region. It's going to be a place where we can get rare earth minerals, bauxite, gold, and especially oil. And so a dictatorship government has to be put in place to placate the masses and to keep everyone in line as the Western world extracts these resources from that nation. That's what has to happen. And that is what's going on. And it can't be stopped. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to share with people enough who can listen and pay attention. I'm trying to share with you, you'll get your stuff in order Get prepared and understand that you're not dealing with a regular political situation in a nation like Guyana. You're dealing with a dictatorship that's backed by the world powers. So they aren't going anywhere at all. Period. It's too important to the future of the world coming up, to the powers that be. For them to keep control over all of us, they have to have control over Guyana. It's imperative. Guyana is a very important place, as well as Venezuela. That's what it is. So this is bigger than me or my opinion. It's bigger than any other person who's talking about the political situation in Guyana or America. It's bigger than all that. This is about world domination, world control, control of resources, control of thought. It's really that simple. And so, for the few of you out there who are hearing me and understand, whoa, there is something wrong here, you have to prepare yourselves and your family. You do. You have to put yourself in a situation where you aren't going against these dictatorship governments, where you're not stepping on their toes. But at the same time, you have to be able to still do for your family and still progress in life. It's going to be a very hard task for many of you. But what that means is you can't be political. That's why if you notice on off ramp politics, I keep saying you have to support whatever party's in power, even if you don't like them. The reason why I say that is because you can't get in the way of these things. There is no such thing as overthrowing the PPP. It's not happening. It's not happening. They have been chosen and picked to be a dictatorship over that region, and they are a representative of the broader international powers. And so if you want to overthrow the PPP, you have to overthrow the entire international world order. That ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. So that's why I'm saying very few of you will understand this. Many of you will be like, no, I'm going to fight them to the end. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. I'm not saying this to support the PPP. I don't. Okay. I'm just trying to give reality. And the reality is, none of us are strong enough in and of ourselves to oppose a government like them who's backed by the international order of things, especially when the international order has decided to clamp down on all freedoms on everyone. It's not just you guys in Guyana, it's here in America as well. We're not going to be free soon. You can see what's happening in Louisiana. It's very important that you take a look at what's happening, okay, with the Supreme Court ruling. The governor of Louisiana, before the Supreme Court ruling came down, he was yelling during a press conference about, I guess there was a shooting at a mall by a black teenager. He shot up some people. And so the governor took that to say that, clearly the black community doesn't know how to raise their children. So since the black community can no longer raise their children, he and the government of Louisiana will. And he has over 18,000 acres at the Angola prison complex that he's going to put all of them in to work in the fields. That's what he said right before the Supreme Court came down with their ruling to basically destroy the Voting Rights Act. And so the message is on the wall. It's pretty clear, okay, that in states like Louisiana, if you think you're some type of activist for civil rights, you're going to be out in Angola in the fields, period. And there's nothing you can do about it because the Supreme Court just took away all of your political representation. You are no longer represented in the U.S. government. Think about that. And so this doesn't just apply to Louisiana, it applies to all 50 states. And so most of the states are going to go in and they're going to decide which populations they want to put into the fields of their prison complexes. And they're going to take away your political representation. And after they do that, they're going to send the police in and they're going to throw your children into the jail and into the fields. Now they're going to say that, oh, it's because you guys don't know how to raise your kids and you're shooting people. Their kids are shooting peoples in malls. So the only way to keep ourselves safe is we got to throw all of them in the field and have them work. That's the story. But the truth is we are losing our freedoms in America, all of them. And if you want to know how it happens, just look at what happens to the minority populations here. When they take away representation of minority communities, okay, the next step is going to take away the representation of the white communities. And the sad thing is the white communities don't know this. They think that, oh, we can sacrifice Black Americans and we can just make it so they don't have any representation and that makes it better for us. But what they don't realize is that's the first step in taking away their freedoms too. Yeah. And here's why. If anyone in America, if any group of people in America know how to fight for civil rights, it's Black Americans. We're the experts. And so if you take the experts away from this one big issue and then you come in to take away everyone's freedom, well, who's going to be there to defend freedom for everyone? Yeah. That's why I said it's a very dark day in America, what's happening in Louisiana. It's bigger than just politics as usual. This is a grab on our freedoms. And it starts off with the minority communities. That's where it starts, but it's going to be on top of all of us. So once again, I'm doing this platform not to be famous, not to be popular, not to make money. Most people aren't going to resonate with what I'm saying. Most people aren't going to recognize what I'm saying. I get that. Okay. But for the few of you who do understand, I'm not telling you to rise up and go against the forces. You can't. It's too late for that. What I'm saying is be smart. Be smart. Position your family, your community in a way so that you can hold on to as much freedom as you can on a community local level. Don't worry about the national stuff because the national stuff, it's already a done deal. I'm sorry. Where the battle can be won now, no matter where you are in the world, is on the community level. That's where it can be won. And you're going to see, I'll tell you little things that have to be done to keep your freedom. On a local level, you guys have to stay away from, you have to make sure that your municipalities are pushing away from surveillance, government surveillance. You got to start dismantling that. You got to start, you have to be in an environment in your community where the surveillance is down to a minimum. That's where I would start because I'm telling you, the way our freedoms are going to be taken here in America is going to be technologically, flat out. That's where it's going to happen. Surveillance on us. That's where it starts. And so on a community level, I'm not saying overthrow the government. I'm not saying go after whatever, try to run for Congress. I'm saying keep it simple. Keep it on a community level. Try to make your communities impervious to what's coming here. Right? So I won't be doing this a lot. Like I said before, I'm not being paid for this. And I said earlier, I have to earn money too. Right. And so I can't always come on this platform. And I'm really heading into a zone now where I'm really focused in on trying to make a lot of money right now because it's that time. And if I'm you guys, if for all of you who are on right now, focus on making money, make as much as you can. Please do it. Open up a new business. Go do your thing. Like really put the pedal to the metal. This is not a time to be complacent. It's not a time to sit back and just watch some basketball on TV and scroll through your phone. No, this is the time where every minute of every day, you have to be looking for opportunities to get paid. You do. And you have to accumulate as much wealth as possible heading into what we're about to head into. That's what this time is. So I will not be on this platform as much. I am really focused on the money right now because God says there's a season for all things. This is that season. It's time. It's time to get paid, guys. It's time to go out and really, really start busting your behinds. If even if you're already working hard, double it. Even if you're doubling it, triple it. Don't let up. Don't go on vacation this summer. Don't do it. Work. Get a second job. I'm serious. Work. Push harder than you've ever pushed before. It's going to be important. It's the best I can tell you. It's going to be very, very important. All right. So I'll be back on. I won't be on as much, but I wanted to share this with you guys so that you understood, what it is I'm doing on this platform, why I'm doing it. It's because I know it's coming and I want to help as many people as I can. I'm not trying to create a revolution at all. As a matter of fact, I'm saying work with your governments, work with them, but work with them in a way so that you can carve out some freedoms for your communities. Make deals with the national governments, make deals with your regional governments to get your community good. All right. Don't worry about this party or that party who's fighting whom. Don't worry about that because that fight is already controlled. The victors on a national level, the people who are going to win politically on a national, they've already been chosen. They've already been chosen. There's no fight to be had there. I'm telling you, there's no fight to be had there. And the reason, I'll give you proof. Our government didn't like Maduro, so we just physically removed him. So if you think that you can overturn a government in your region to make it what you want it to be, we will just remove whoever you get in there. That's what will happen to you. You don't believe me? Look what's happening to the regime in Iran. I'm just telling you. What's happening on national levels, guys, you're not going to change it. It's not changing. It's better to work with these governments, as bad as they are. I know they're horrible, they're evil, but there will be no replacement. I'm letting you guys know. And whatever you see as far as numbers go, oil revenue, it's all fake. It's not real. Stock market figures fake. It's all fake. It's all there to keep us placated, to keep us going along, to get along until they can bring it all down on us. And once it's clamped down, then we can't do anything and we're stuck. So just don't pay attention to this stuff that's going on out there. The rumors, the war over here, the this over there. We're going to overthrow this regime and replace them with real good governments. It ain't happening. That's already been taken away from us. We don't have the ability to change our national leadership anymore. We don't. We've lost that ability. That is decided way above our heads for all of us. Even us in America, we don't have the ability anymore. I did that video the other day because look, our elections are rigged here. It's just the truth. Sorry. And they've been rigged for a while. This is what's going on. So we're not going to be able to affect that. We're not. But what we can do, I know it's a bitter pill to swallow for a lot of people. You're going to have to work with these dictatorships. You're going to have to work with these regimes, not to help them, but to attain freedom for yourself and your communities. You're going to have to. I know it's a really bitter pill to swallow. It's real hard to swallow. I know it's horrible, but that's what we're in right now. And that's where the world has come because, like I said earlier, we've kind of hurt the planet to a point where it can't sustain us anymore. We've thrown the balance off. We've poisoned the waters. Too many waters on Earth are poisoned. Our coral reefs are all bleached and gone. I remember when I was a teenager, I went snorkeling in the Keys at John C. Pennycamp State Park. It's a state park that's under the water. It's just a massive coral reef. And they've got like underwater statues and shipwrecks and all kinds of stuff down there. And I went out to snorkel and I luckily I can remember it. I still remember it. The coral reefs were, it's hard to explain. The colors were unlike anything I've seen lately. That it doesn't exist anymore. If you go to coral reefs now, the water is kind of turbid and they're not things aren't so bright. And when I was able to do it in the 90s, the purples and the reds and the golds, it was just popping everywhere, life everywhere. I remember snorkeling through and there was a school of barracuda, like 15 of them, all of them 6 feet or longer. Sharks, everything you could imagine, just beautiful, beautiful. That's all gone. There's still a reef there, but it's not like it was before. It's like back then you were looking at everything in 4K HD, and now it's like black and white TV. That's how much we've destroyed our planet. We've just destroyed our planet. And so the powers that be know the resources are dwindling. That we don't have the resources to maintain the population growth that the world is going at. And so it's control time. And they are meticulously putting down what they need to control us all. And it's going to be through technology. And it's mainly going to be through the mind. Okay? So be smart out there. Don't jump into these political games. Don't try to take one side or the other because there's really only one side. And the one side that there is control. That's the only side. There is no other side. And so that's what you're dealing with, all of us, whether you're in the United States, in Florida, in Georgia, Louisiana, New York, we're all dealing with a system of control of our freedom going forward due to our inability as people to maintain the resources on our planet or to maintain the health of our planet. We can't do it. We're killing our planet and ourselves. And the powers that be know they can't stop it. And so the only option here is all out control. That's where we're headed. So that's why I do the off ramp. Like I said, I'm not doing this to create a revolution for people to go out in the streets and create chaos. That's useless. What are you going to create chaos for? Like I said before, we've already broken the planet. So what, you're going to fight to take charge of something that's already dying? Think about it. You can't, right? What you have to do right now is think on a community level. Think on a local level. Get your community right. Get your family right. Right now, bust your behinds. Work as hard as you've ever worked in your entire life. Don't let up. That's what you got to do. So this message is not for everyone. For those of you who hear what I'm saying, please get on your grind. Get on your grind. Don't get involved in these political fights. Work with your government that is in place. I don't care how much you don't like them. I don't care how evil they are, how corrupt they are. You have to work with them. Because what is happening now is bigger than all of us. It's bigger than our individual countries. It's bigger than whatever we think. Work with your governments, no matter how bad they are, but work with them with the intent in mind of protecting your communities and your family. Not to win national elections, not to be the big man and say, oh, I'm so famous, I'm so right, I'm in charge, I'm going to be the president. No. Be humble. You don't need your name out there. Don't be famous. Be humble. Work with your government to take care of your families and your communities. That should be your one and only focus. If you guys do that, you're going to be good. Whatever happens in this transition, you're going to be so good. But that's what you got to do, guys. So thank you for supporting. I'll be back on, not as much, because like I said before, I'm on my grind right now. I'm trying to get paid. I'm trying to work hard right now. I got a lot of things going. But in between of everything I'm going, I will be coming on to share things as I see it. Not because I'm trying to be famous or get paid. I'm doing it to help those of you out there who know something's wrong, but what do you do? Okay? That's what I'm trying to help you with. And I may not be able to help many, but the few of you who I can help, Man, if you listen to what I'm saying and you go at it and you get your communities right, you get on your grind, you start working another job, whatever you got to do, you're going to be sitting in a pretty place soon when this stuff starts coming down on us. And when you're sitting in that good place, we'll be able to talk and laugh a little bit because you'll be thankful that you heard what I said and that you went to work the way you need to go to work. So, guys, I got to get to work now. I got a lot of work to do. You guys do too. Thank you for supporting. At offramppolitics.com, I have a lot of written pieces there. Go check it out. And if you guys aren't on my YouTube page, check it out and subscribe. Okay. It helps keep the numbers at least enough so that more people can see it. I'm never going to be famous on this, right? But let's just try to get as many people as possible on this page for those of you who are hearing what I'm saying, because if more of us can do this, we can sort of connect here and we can help each other with our successes and the hard work we're putting in. Because hey, a lot of us are going to be working 2 or 3 jobs. It's good to have support from other people who are doing the same. So I'm that guy. I'm working 2, 3, 4. I'm working as many jobs as I can. If you're like that with me, hit me with some comments. Hit me up. We're together on this. You're my people, no matter where you are. So thanks again. Thanks for the support. I will talk to you guys soon.